when you're right. I know you see the weather behind me and all that. That's another reason for it to be a beautiful day. That's subject for another day, okay? It's a beautiful day when you're right. Did you see the Los Angeles Lakers get stomped last night? I ain't seen no King last night, but I'll talk to Shannon about that. Did you hear the news about primetime Deion Sanders talking to Jerry Jones? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? But nothing is better than what I told y'all I suspected would happen when the Minnesota Vikings were celebrating, showering Sam Darnold with water like they had won something 2 weeks ago. You don't believe me? Take a look, please. Take a look. I said, yo, there was no division title won. There was no playoff victory won. What the hell is the celebration before? And little old me, who never thought about playing football, let alone playing the football, especially on an elite championship Hall of Fame level, Shay. Suddenly, I sit here and it's like, didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all? First takes in the halves. How?
Right, twice a day. Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold struggled as continued last night versus the Rams, being sacked 9 times, one which led to a fumble returned for a touchdown. Los Angeles advances to the divisional round to play the Eagles, while Darnold is left looking for answers. Sam, talk to me.
You know, I clearly just didn't play good enough the last couple weeks. Just like I said, left too many throws out there that I would usually make, and got to take better care of the football today, especially. At the end of the day, all that matters is when you have a good season, what do you do in the playoffs? And we didn't get it done today, and that's all that matters.
Well. Good morning, everyone. Shannon, Sharpe, everybody. Dan Orlovsky, Stephen A. Smith. I'm Molly Qerim. Let's dive right in.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
How you doing, Dan? How you doing, Danny boy? Danny boy! How you doing?
Y'all think you're going to jump me? Y'all think you're going to jump me?
Man?
No.
We just checking, man. We just were saying hello. We just saying hello. We just
how
saying good
you
morning.
doing, and now we
You know what? I
jumping you.
apologize.
Oh,
I apologize.
Very rude.
I'm doing great.
Very rude. Very rude.
Stephen A., I know what you're. I'm here because of you. Shannon, I apologize. I'm great. It's great to see you. Stephen A., go ahead, because I'm ready.
Ready for what? Ready for what? Go ahead, Molly.
All right. Dan, buckle up.
We can't get her.
Buckle up,
Go ahead.
because it's double coverage right now. Stephen A., how should we feel about Sam Darnold right now after what we saw last night?
You should feel like, hey, you kind of got hoodwinked for the first, 16 weeks of the season. He looked really, really good. Damn near spectacular. Minnesota was 14-2. They had a division title on the line. They had the number 1 seed in the palm of their hands. And then he went there and he wet the bed. I know there was pressure on the brother, but you didn't have to sit up there and look like you were in panic mode. You didn't have to look like a deer in headlights. You didn't have to hold on to the damn ball, as Jeff Saturday said early on, get up about 4.8 seconds, for crying out loud. Of course you're going to sit up there. You're going to turn the ball over. You're going to throw it interception, okay? You're going to get sacked 9 times. Here's, to me, the stat that everybody needs to pay attention to. They had Sam Darnold got sacked as many times as he scored points. 9 points, 9 sacks. That's pretty damn pathetic. And when you look at it from that standpoint, you're Justin Jefferson. There was you were open a few times. You didn't have a big game. I understand. I understand. Yes, he was open a few times. Not a lot, but a few times. Come on, Dan. Stop that. Stop that, Dan. Okay? In the end, all I'm trying to say to you is this. I'll leave the football analysis to y'all because I defer to y'all anyway. But here's the deal, fellas. Shannon, what did I do a few weeks ago? When they showered Sam Darnold with the water, I said, this is why Dan's on the show this morning. I said, what the hell is that about? You haven't won a division title yet. You haven't won a playoff game. You got the number 1 seed at stake a week from now. Why are you celebrating like y'all won something? I literally came on this show and said, I've lost faith in the Minnesota Vikings because they acted like they won something. They acted like that was their championship. And sure enough, they got boat raced 2 consecutive weeks. They went from 14-2 with the number 1 overall seed and home field advantage throughout the playoffs from 2 weeks ago to being home for the rest of the season. It ain't no way around that. It's bad. And oh, by the way, quick stat, fellas, because I looked this up. I have my research to look this up right here. Do you know that reputable sports salary website, SpotRack, do you know that the projected market for Sam Darnold coming into the playoffs was at $54.7 million? Do you know what it is last night after last night's game? 40.1. That is a $14.6 million drop in 2 weeks. Floor's yours.
Okay, so I'll give you this, that you called that moment and said the team, the organization was overzealous in celebration. So I'm going to give you that. But I got a question more importantly, because you asked me to. You think last night's about Sam Darnold?
Hell yes!
You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
Oh, please.
You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
Please.
This is where we just look at football very differently. And this is where I get really frustrated with you. You're so smart and you watch so much. You got to get past the team lost, quarterback stunk. Team won, quarterback was great. Last night, Stephen A., I would put Sam Darnold at 4th or 5th when it comes to reasons why that game went the way that it went. Number one, Chris Shula, all he really did was copy Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn laid the blueprint. The defense coordinator for the Lions last week laid the blueprint. You talk about Justin Jefferson open a lot. He was double teamed more than he was open. Okay, that's what the Lions did. Yeah. Number two, I would tell you, their offensive line in Minnesota got absolutely demolished by the Rams defensive line. By the way, America, Rams have the best young defensive line in football they have since October. Okay, so they got demolished. I don't think there's 5 quarterbacks in the league that were going to play good last night in Minnesota's situation. I'd say the third thing, and this is probably the most surprising, I really thought, and I think the world of him, Kevin O'Connell got outcoached. That's a huge part of this as well. Kevin O'Connell got outcoached. Then I would put Sam Darnold at maybe 4th or 5th. Sam Darnold wasn't going to do much last night. No quarterback outside of like Lamar, Patrick, Josh Allen was going to do much. So we can have the, oh my gosh, Sam Darnold stunk reality or conversation, or we can have the reality that offensive line got embarrassed by a better defensive line.
They did. Those guys hunted last night. Verse, Young, Turner, they did a great job. Hell, I thought Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and Leonard Floyd was back out there again on that Super Bowl run. That's how dominant they look, Stephen A. If you go back, this is the most sack yards given up since the 1967 Ice Bowl. The Cowboys sacked Bart Starr for 76 yards. Guess what? He got sacked last night for 82 yards. This would just give me pause, Dan. You're right. This is not all on Sam Darnold. The offensive line was not very good. There are situations sometimes that was just 4-man pressure, and sometimes they did bring delayed pressure, and they got Sam Darnold. You know why I can do that? Because I know he's not going anywhere, Dan. He ain't going, and so now I can do certain things like that. I thought they got caught with the pants down a couple of times. When I go across in motion, Dan, I don't know how you guys did it. When we go across in motion and they don't bump anybody, my antenna got to go
indicator.
Up. If they didn't bump somebody got to come. If that guy in that slot and there's another guy over the slot and don't nobody bump, oh, he coming. He's got to come. Because why would you not do that? And we would always, hey, if you go in motion and you go in wide and the guy don't bump with you, just take a peek. I'm not saying that he's going to come. But just in case he does, John, you recognize that you fire the ball to Sharpe, you fire the ball to Ed, things of that nature. I agree with you, Dan, on this one. I thought they got out coached last night. That pressure was relentless because I can pressure a guy. Because Stephen A., Sam Darnold, the Statue of Liberty has moved more than Sam Darnold has. So I'm not worried about him going anywhere, and it's been there for almost 180 years.
Shannon.
So you're not as right as you thought you were.
Hold the deal.
You're not as right as you thought you were.
Hold the deal. Shannon, do not fall for Dio's nonsense. I did not say it was all on Sam Darnold. I said he's I said he's the primary culprit. That's what I said. Don't let him change the narrative. Let's stick with it. Let's stick with it.
No, but here's the thing, Stephen A. But Dio, this is what Stephen A. This is what I will concede. It would give me cause to pause because I'm always a little leery. Will the guy have 1 year and then we reward him? But based on that, that's what would give me pause because I'm like, okay, is this his new norm or was this season an anomaly? Am I paying $50+ million for an anomaly or is this what Sam Darnold's going to
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ lại đi tô màu những bức tranh con vật, động vật và những bức tranh phong cảnh gì đấy cho các bạn xem nha. Đây là những bức tranh mà mình đã tô màu xong rồi này các bạn ạ. Ở đây là trên bàn của mình còn rất nhiều những sản phẩm của mình đã chuẩn bị tô màu cho các bạn đây. Nhưng mà tô màu thì không thể thiếu được những hộp sắt màu này. Đây, những chiếc màu, đài màu sắc này các bạn ơi. Và bây giờ các bạn hãy cùng theo dõi mình tô màu cho sản phẩm nha. Xin chào tất cả các bạn.
Bây giờ mình sẽ tiếp tục tô màu nha các bạn.
Các bạn chọn thì cứ màu cam nhé. Đây là mình cái vòng này. Mọi người đây là màu vàng, ăn màu hồng đây, màu hồng đây nha. Bông hoa màu vàng là chung từ sẽ là bông hoa màu tím. Các bạn nên vào mình hoàn thành buổi này video của mình đây là kết thúc để các bạn tiếp tục cho mình xin like và chia sẻ vào kênh nhé.
Tùm cho mặt này.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ lại đi tô màu những bức tranh con vật, động vật và những bức tranh phong cảnh gì đấy cho các bạn xem nha. Đây là những bức tranh mà mình đã tô màu xong rồi này các bạn ạ. Ở đây là trên bàn của mình còn rất nhiều những sản phẩm của mình đã chuẩn bị tô màu cho các bạn đây. Mà tô màu thì không thể thiếu được những hộp sắt màu này, đây những chiếc màu đài màu sắc này các bạn ơi. Và bây giờ các bạn hãy cùng theo dõi mình tô màu cho sản phẩm nha. Xin chào tất cả các bạn.
Xin chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình. Mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn làm vòng. Vòng này của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là thạch xương sáo. Mọi người nghe vòng của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là thạch lá sâm. Đầu tiên là màu cam nha. Mình cam này, cam nha. Chuyển sang màu đỏ nha. Lên một đỏ này nha. Tiếp đến là một tím. Mọi người đây là màu tím của mình nha. Giờ đến màu hồng nha.
Su su bạn ơi.